What if the secret that could destroy you is the very thing that binds you to the only person who has ever truly seen you? And the danger isn't in being found out, but in realizing you no longer want to be safe. In Vicious Secret, Morgan Bridges delivers a dark romance that transforms the forbidden love trope into a visceral exploration of complicity, proving that in relationships built on shadows, trust isn't given, it's forged in the fire of mutual ruin. This isn't merely another taboo romance with morally gray heroes. It's a psychologically precise narrative where every whispered confidence feels like both weapon and vow. Intimacy requires surrendering the illusion of innocence, and love means choosing the beautiful catastrophe over the hollow safety of lies. From the first velvet-toned narration, listeners are plunged into a world where desire and destruction share the same heartbeat, making every moment of connection feel like both salvation and sentence. Perfect for fans of emotionally complex dark romance and stories where healing happens through shared transgression rather than redemption. This audiobook serves up relentless tension, unflinching emotional honesty, and a bond so volatile it demands reckoning rather than rescue. When archivist Alara Vance discovers her late father's encrypted journals implicating reclusive billionaire Julian Thorne in a decades-old conspiracy, she expects leverage, not to realize he's been waiting for someone brave enough to hold the truth without flinching. But as Alara navigates gilded corridors and buried betrayals, she understands this revelation isn't about exposure, it's about recognition. Bridges masterfully avoids reducing Julian to villain or Alara to victim. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in radical transparency within constraint, where consent is negotiated through shared risk and intimacy emerges from honoring each other's darkness without demanding absolution. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional alchemy, capturing Alara's disciplined resolve softening into fierce clarity, and Julian's guarded intensity revealing depths beneath performative control. You don't just hear their alliance deepen, you feel the seismic shift of two souls learning that true belonging requires embracing what the world calls monstrous. What elevates Vicious Secret beyond typical dark romance fare is its nuanced portrayal of secrecy as sacred trust rather than deception. Alara isn't merely uncovering crimes, she's confronting how her own silence enabled inherited corruption, challenging the notion that morality requires purity. Julian doesn't corrupt her through devotion. He creates space where her complexity can exist without judgment, honoring her agency even as his own walls crumble. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing truths during midnight confessions that bypass social scripts, setting boundaries that protect both privacy and partnership, and defending each other from allies who mistake loyalty for complicity. Supporting characters add vital texture, family members whose grief masks complicity, colleagues whose ambition blind them to harm, even the estate itself, rendered as living archive whose walls absorb centuries of unspoken pacts. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In worlds built on performance, authenticity is rebellion, and presence is the only reliable sanctuary. Even the dark romance mechanics serve thematic depth, with hidden passages mirroring emotional concealment and oaths becoming metaphors for conscious choice over inherited duty. For audiobook listeners, this production is an immersive sensory descent into elegant dread. The narrator embodies Alara and Julian with remarkable distinction. Alara's voice carries steel wrapped in dawning sovereignty, while Julian's resonant timbre trembles with suppressed emotion beneath disciplined cadence, making their chemistry palpable even in stillness. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming intimacy. Distant clock ticks marking emotional transitions, rain against stained glass during vulnerable exchanges, the hushed rustle of aged paper sinking with breath during moments of revelation, all anchor mythic stakes in tangible reality. Pacing mirrors the rhythm of discovery, deliberate during reflection and negotiation, then surging with urgency as external threats breach sanctuary. Whether you're navigating daily commutes or lying awake in darkness, the audiobook creates a portable pressure cooker where isolation feels absolute and connection feels like oxygen. It's storytelling as embodied rebellion, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that refuses to be sanitized. Ultimately, Vicious Secret redefines dark romance by centering female agency within taboo frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for intense chemistry and high-stakes tension while delivering substantive commentary on inherited trauma, masculine vulnerability, and the radical act of building partnerships based on mutual accountability rather than fantasy. No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete emotional odyssey. If you've ever wondered whether love can thrive in shadowed spaces, or if true strength requires embracing the unacceptable, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to be seen, scars and secrets alike. Press play, step into the dark, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by sin, hearts still find ways to choose grace. Your next favorite dark romance isn't waiting in easy redemption. It's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to rewrite the story together.